Hey guys, it's the MTG Noob here, and I'm bringing you the first place team, the Chinese Taipei team's Jun list from Worlds, which I'll be playing in block. So first, let's talk about the mana base. You have one Kessick Wolfron, four Evolving Wilds, nine Forest, three Mountain, two Swamps, Woodland Cemeteries at 4, and finally a Plains. Now, the reason you're playing the Plains, which makes this really 4-color Jund, or whatever you want to call it, is you have 4 Restoration Angels, which work with a number of creatures in your deck. It is not your only white source. Let's talk about our fixing and ramp. First, you have 4 Pilgrims to ramp slash get you the white for the Restoration Angel. You have 4 Abundant Growth, which fixes all your colors. One Scorned Villager, which ramps and, if not dealt with, is actually a very potent threat. A 2/2 Vigilance that taps for 2, which excels you to 5 mana very fast if they don't deal with it. And then you have 4 Borderland Ranger, who gets you whatever basic land you need. Okay, and sticking with the creatures, you have 3 Huntmasters of the Fells. Usually people play 4, but 3 seems to be the correct number as of late because in some matchups it just isn't enough. Then you have 4 Restoration Angel, as I was saying previously, does a lot of work. It can get you another land. It could repair Wolfear Silverhearts. It can get you 2 life, or flip your Huntmaster back, get you another dude. It does a lot of work, especially it saves your guys from removal, which is very important in the mirror. Okay, then you have 3 Wolfear Silverhearts, which just obviously, with a Restoration Angel, making a 7/8 flyer is very hard for a lot of decks to deal with. Any pairs with a lot of your other creatures, making Avacyn's Pilgrim a 5/5 on turn 4 is a beating. Okay, then let's talk about our removal suite. We have 2 Devil's Play. A lot of people were playing up to 4, but 2, according to the Chinese team, seems to be the correct number. And 3 Bonfire of the Dams. Once again, other people were playing 4. It's just if you get stuck with Bonfire in hand and you can't really miracle it, it's still very good, but against certain decks, it's just awful. Okay, and then sticking with our removal, this is more of our direct damage slash removal. 4 Tragic Slips because I think they felt that the Mirror and Humans was going to be very popular at Worlds, and being on the draw against a turn 1 Pilgrim and then being able to Tragic Slip it is really important. Okay, then you have 2 Sever the Bloodlines because there's certain things that you just never ever want to see in play, like any of the zombie guys that come back. A lot of the Angel of Glory Rise targets and things of that nature. And then finally, in the main deck, you have 2 Garruks. Sometimes I used to play 4 of these, but they're very clunky, especially since you kind of have your Angels in, and Angel is really good at protecting Garruk as well, since if they flash something in, or they, try to all out swing at Garruk, you pop an Angel in, block, and does a lot of work. Makes Garruk pretty sweet. Okay, so let's talk about our sideboard here. We'll start with our removal. 3 pillars, pretty exclusive for zombies, but you're also going to bring them in against the humans list. Another Sever the Bloodline for anything that makes tokens, wolf tokens, or anything you want rid of the game, you bring in these 4 cards. They have Blasphemous Act, which is pretty much the strategy against Wolfear Silverheart decks and decks that bring in Tree of Redemption, I would think, because it's really good. It's also excellent against token decks and things of that nature. Appetite for Brains is really good at getting cards that can be problematic. You are basically a creature deck with some reach in the burn, but hitting planeswalkers or hitting creatures that are hard to deal with, or hitting enchantments, which is basically your main source of trouble, and big artifacts like Witchbane Orb and stuff like that. It's important to get them from the person's hand. Then you have 2 Grafdigger's Cage for the zombie slash Angel of Glory's Rise Reanimator deck, and it also is very good at stopping Strangleroot Geist and other undying creatures. Now let's talk about our final creature suite here. You have Tree of Redemption for the aggro decks. You have Wolfear Silverheart when you want to go big and just go blow for blow with somebody. And you have Zealous Conscripts as a one-of, which is really good at stealing planeswalkers, it's good at stealing creatures, and it's a very good blink target for the Restoration Angel. So I'm pretty excited to run this list into some matches, and let's do this thing.